What's up, everybody? It's Rowlan. This is vlog number 12. I wouldn't even call it a vlog. This is more of a Q&A. So last vlog I basically said that everyone asks questions, and if we get a certain amount of people, my favorite question will win a free t-shirt. So I'm going to go through these questions, and I don't know if we reached our goal, but I'm going to give one free t-shirt out anyways. So let me read off these questions and answer them. I'm glad you guys came up with that many questions to ask about me. I'm grateful for you. Let me pull this up on YouTube real quick. Who caught me almost dying on my vegan bar last vlog? I basically passed away in front of you guys. I'm glad you guys got to see that. Let me shout out to my notification squad. Let me know who you are. Alright, so let me just dive into the questions. I'm going to kind of go down the list, name the person who asked, and then answer the question. And at the end of this, I will be announcing who my favorite question was. Question 1 from Austin E. Notifications all the way, my man. That's love. My question. You've written a lot of deep songs I or we can relate to. What's your inspiration behind some of the deeper songs that you've written? I would say life, to be honest with you. Like, a lot of these deep songs that people relate to and stuff, that's just my life. Like, literally, it's just me reflecting on like, it's me just telling you about who I am as a person. And it just so happens that you guys relate to the person that I am, you know, went through a lot of the same struggles, feel the same emotions. So honestly, a lot of the songs just come from the heart. But I mean, my inspiration behind that, getting into songwriting, was like Eminem and, you know, stuff, people like that just got me into early songwriting and storytelling, you know. But all the inspiration really comes from myself, and if you relate to it, you either relating to me or a piece of my imagination. So love if you've ever related to my songs. I'm grateful for you. Then we got Josh Mullen, or Mulan. I think it's Mullen. Josh Mullen. Who is your favorite artist and who inspired you to start making music? Most of my avid vlog watchers probably know this, but I would say my favorite artist is J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar or Drake. You know, one of those three, all for different reasons, but J. Cole is usually my top over everybody. And who inspired me to start making music? I would say Eminem. Eminem really helped me get through a lot of hard times, so he was one of the earliest inspirations for me to start actually making music. Shout out to the homie Savage Oskar. Savage Oskar asked, who was the very first person to inspire you to do music, or even to make you think that you can make it? And is your new project coming gonna be bars and deep songs? Shout out to that man for always holding me down. So Oscar, the first person to inspire me to do music was Eminem, like I said, so I could relate to his stuff. And it made me feel like I could do it. Later down the road, J. Cole really inspired me. Like, just the fact that J. Cole was never the dopest lyricist alive, or the fastest rapper, or, you know, the rapper with the girls, or nothing like that. Like, just seeing how much respect he had, and how I consider him the best rapper alive without him doing all that extra stuff, and without him, you know, putting on a fake persona. So he was a big inspiration for that. And you also asked who made me think that I can make it. I would say, more than anybody in this world, my mom, because as a kid, she literally pumped me full of so much confidence, and I always thought I was the highest up in everything because of how much confidence my mom pumped me with as a kid. She always treated me like, you know, you can do anything, you're a god, blah, blah, blah. So thanks to her, I had the confidence I had, and I always believed to some extent that I could make it. And as far as artists, once I heard dudes like Logic taking off, and I heard J. Cole make it after how many years of trying, that really told me that I could do this too. Polio asked, how do you be so cool? I mean, you have a piggy and your raps are fire. I just be me, bro. The same way you're so cool, I just be myself. And he also asked, what's your opinion on Trump? And I don't really want to get into that on a vlog. Just a message for all my people who are doing music or media, or taking up a dream that entails media. Don't get too much into politics, because you can lose followers over something as little as a presidential vote, you know? I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. Both of the fucking candidates suck dick, and I will run better president than both of them to disclose the even end on both sticks. So yeah, I'm not pleased about it, but I don't personally know anybody who's happy about this presidential election. Like, elections usually have someone where like, okay, I like this person, okay, I hate this person. This one is literally a lose-lose. Everyone that I know personally is like, fuck, we gotta pick one of these two evils, like, fuck. So that's my quick opinion. All right, Rowlan Tron, I think it is. It's fucking extensive. When did you realize it was your moment to start the awesome swag music you create, bro? When life told me that this is what I should be doing. When people reach out to me and say, you saved my life. That's when I realized that music should be all I'm pursuing in this life. Thank you for the question. Dang, Noah, this is a good one. Noah Carroll said, what do the numbers in Catch 22 and 93 Scar mean? So Austin E actually went out of his way and answered this, so shout to Austin E for that. But yeah, Catch 22, the song's kind of about making it and being on the borderline of making it. So it's like, you know, you sacrifice success for time and time with loved ones and stuff. So that's kind of the Catch 22 in the song title. And 93 Scar is based on a Lion King storyline. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's based on a storyline of Lion King. So Scar is the brother of Mufasa, who kills him. So it's kind of just like speaking on that whole situation throughout. And 93 is my birth year, so I'm like the 1993 Scar, or whoever I'm referring to is the 1993 Scar. The song is very open to interpretation, so don't take it one way or the other, but that's what those numbers mean. And I'm 23, so I was gonna make the song called Catch 23 just to be kind of clever, but me and Caesar ended up deciding not to do that. Thanks for the question. I like this question. Shout out to Adrian. What were you like in high school? Homies, party scene, music? That's a dope question. I like that. So I don't, you know, to be honest with you, I was always kind of like, I played basketball and I never had like, I've always been cool with like with everybody, but I've never really been like in a certain scene. I've always been like dabbled in my own scene. I mean, I was best friends with my homie Brandon. I had a lot of like close ass friends that I either don't have now, but Brandon's about to move out here. He's actually arriving tomorrow, so I'm gonna have my high school homie Brandon living with me, doing a lot of this video stuff. I'll introduce you guys. But in high school, I wasn't ever a partier. I will say that I was never a partier. I don't know. I've always had kind of an older mind state than who I was. You know, in high school, I wasn't thinking like a high schooler. But so I would probably say music scene. I mean, it was the very beginning of my music scene, but it was part of the music scene. So I would say music as a high schooler. I was never really a party scene, but also homies. I was homies with everybody. I was always like into being like the class clown, and I didn't really care about much. I had a fuck it switch that I could like flick very easy, and I always did in high school. I was always in trouble and shit. Like I was always just down to be like have fun, you know what I mean? So I never did good in high school. I always fucking failed and did bad and skipped a lot of school. But I was like, but the teachers still liked me just because of who I am as a person with them, you know? So yeah, that was a dope question. I like that. Excuse me if I'm at like a different angle or something like that. I just went and ate some dinner, so. And then we got Ngatupuna. Shout for the name. Shout for the name. What inspires you to rap, and who do you look up to? What inspires me to rap, I would say, thanks for the question, cool question. What inspires me to rap was probably just chasing the dream to its full potential, you know, getting where I deserve to be in this hip hop game. Too epectic. Ooh, I like this. This is a dope question. If you can collaborate with any artist to ever exist, who would it be? Probably Tupac, Big, Eminem, because Eminem's already on his way out and I'm on my way up, so it's gonna be very a very slim chance that I'm gonna get him on a song, but he's one I need to get on. Tupac and Biggie would be a no-brainer. Drake, I really want to get Drake on a song, and I'm determined that I think that will happen in my time. J. Cole, absolutely. Kendrick, absolutely. Then favorite childhood movie. Fuck. Favorite childhood movie. Probably How High. That's a really good movie. Paid in Full. That was a really good movie. Gangs of New York. That was a really good movie. Childhood movie though. I didn't really watch many movies as a child, but I would say How High. My mom used to put that on loop, and we had such a small house, so she used to put How High on loop. Malibu's Most Wanted. That was one too. That was a good one. Thoughts on the hype music. Lil Uzi, Famous Dex, etc. Fuck. I'm happy that they made it, and more power to them. But they will never be in a lane that I'm in. Tried giving Famous Dex a chance. I listened to like 10 of his songs, and this isn't hate by any means, but like I really looked for what the younger generation sees in him, or sees in this artist, and outside of the production, the beats, which aren't even him, I don't know what people see. I really don't. Like, I tried giving it a chance. I tried getting into it. Like, let me see what this dude's about. I could not see. Like, terrible. I could not see what it was about. So, that's my thought on that. Thank you for the question. That was dope questions. Dang, I should have expected nothing less. Shout to Earth's Perfect Photos. All love, always. Said, yet again, another great little vlog. Can't wait for another song. I'm loving 93 Scar. I've really been feeling it. Thank you. That's one of my personal favorite songs of mine, I will say. Question. How has the support on your videos and Instagram from us, the viewers and listeners, influenced your life? Changed my life like crazy. That's why I'm so beyond grateful. Like, now I'm at a place in my career, in my life, where it's like, I have the exposure. I have the product. I need more exposure, but you guys have my mental in a place that's like, not even to sound cocky, just to be realistic, like, who in the game is doing it better than me? Lyrically, who is touching me? Working as hard as I am. Like who's doing this? Nobody is doing what I'm doing right now. Lyrically, with work ethic wise, that's factual. Okay, if someone's keeping up with me, work ethic wise, if someone's dropping as much as me, are they lyrically matching me? And my honest / humble / cocky answer is no. There's nobody in this game that I feel can compete with me right now. And that's just realistic. You know, sure, Kendrick and Cole lyrically, Drake lyrically, but outside of that, like, lyrically on top of where my movement is going and how good of a businessman I am, there's nobody touching me. And I'm finally at a mind state that says, you are the one. Nobody's touching you. And this is like this is me being humble, but like, it's just being realistic. I finally feel like if you were to match me up, no disrespect to anybody I'm mentioning, it's just hip hop. It's a talent versus talent thing. If you were to put Logic bar for bar against my song Champ, it's going to be very hard. I feel like it's going to be very hard to compare the two. I feel like I could outbar almost every artist that's popping right now, and that's me just giving my opinion. I might be incorrect, I might be correct, but that's my opinion. And the only reason I have this opinion, a year ago I didn't have this, but the reason I have that is because of you guys. So that's how you guys have influenced me. I really love that question because I got to kind of get that off my chest and explain to you guys where I'm at mentally, and that's because of you guys. Thank you. Hey, shout to Mr. McLovin. He said, if you were to create a rap for a sneaker commercial, what company and what sneaker would you create the rap for? I legit need some Rowlan merch in my rotation. Yo, we still got a couple little pieces of Rowlan gear left. Hopefully you get opportunity to win that t-shirt for this. But I would say Adidas NMD or Adidas Ultra Boost 350. Or, I really am a big fan of the Wheat High Air Forces, so those ones specifically. Or the new winterized what is it, forest green ones. Oh my God, so sexy. Colton Swanson, yo, I love this one. Said, you are putting in work, Rowlan, and it's gonna pay off big time. We rolling, bro. Thank you. What is your favorite song that you have produced? And what are your #1 songs on SoundCloud and YouTube? My favorite song that I've ever made in general, I really like bars. Like, I'm a big fan of bars. So, I mean, it might sound far-fetched and you guys might disagree with me very harshly, but I would say 93 Scar has to be up there. The one that me and Caesar are currently making, I'm not going to give you the real title, but it's called 94. Well, we're working on it. It's not actually going to be called that, but that's one of my favorites. So that's absolutely one too. And then, what are your #1 songs on SoundCloud and YouTube? So surprisingly enough, my #1 songs on both YouTube and SoundCloud is Nikes on My Feet. That still has the most. Following right behind that is Champ. Following right behind that is the one with the Heisenberg head. I can't think of the name of it. But what was the name of it? I don't even care. But that's falling behind it. So those three, and they're all bars. So I'm starting to feel like that's more up my alley, but give it time, because the fact of the matter is if you were to compare month-to-month numbers since I dropped these new ones, 93 Scar, Catch 22, those are all doing much triple as good as Nikes on My Feet did when it originally launched. So if this plays out for a year, I think those songs will be above it. Champ will absolutely be above it. Champ is my #1 right now overall, hands down, in terms of growth and where it's going. It's almost caught up to Nikes on My Feet, and it's 2 years younger. You know what I mean? So I would say those. Thank you for the question, Colton. Danny Perez asks, question, if you're gonna make another song with the Spirits vibe. By the way, I'm loving the work, Rowlan. Yo, Danny, I'm grateful for you. I will say that's one of my, I feel like that's a very overlooked song, and that visual didn't earn too many views as well, and I feel like it should have deserved more, but you have to actually really listen to it to understand it. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you listen to that Welcome album all the way through, it literally tells my whole life. Like, it explains so many different aspects of my life and so many different struggles and things that I'm going through. So listen to that if you haven't. But Spirits, I definitely want to drop some more stuff like that. That was produced from scratch by my man Cesar Moreno. Everybody follow him if you haven't. That man's a legend. He produced that from scratch, just came off the head with it and sent it to me, so I started writing. So shout to that man for that. Thanks for the question, bro. Damn. Carlos Roman asked this. That's a dope question. If all your work was going to be erased tomorrow and you could only leave us with one bar, what would it be? If just so you could remember who I was, kind of outside of how dope of a lyricist I am, I would say something from Still Worth It, like whoever says you ain't worth it ain't worth it. You here for a purpose and your purpose ain't a person. That's just really deep and meaningful to me, because it's so true. Never let anyone define your worth. You know, you're on this earth as a human. Succeed. Never let anyone define your worth. You're worth much more than anyone can put a limit on. You know, so I'd probably leave you with that. Hear Me Roarer. I think that's how I'm supposed to say it. That's a dope question, just because not everybody knows this. But where are you from and where are you currently staying? No one really asked that. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. Well, actually Cape Cod, Massachusetts, if anybody's familiar. To get more specific, Harwich, Massachusetts and Dennis, Massachusetts more than anything else. But I bounced around the whole Cape. And where I'm currently staying right now, I'm like West Hills, Calabasas area in Los Angeles, California. If you guys are familiar with it, Canoga Park to be exact. But it's like West Hills, Calabasas area right now. DJ AG asked, when will the mainstream audience know Rowlan? So underrated. Yo, my man DJ AG, I think you're the homie who always posts when I drop a new song on his blog. I love you for that. That's all love. Grateful for the support. I hope I always have your support. It's all love. And realistically, in the next two years, the mainstream audience will know me very well at that. That's my projection. Cameron Hoff asked, Rowlan, are you vegan? Yes, I am. I've been vegan for a year and some change now, and I feel really good about it. I feel really healthy. I feel very morally rested for it as well. You know, anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge animal lover. So, shout to the animals. Shout to the earth in general. It's all love. I am vegan. Yo, honestly, I really love how many questions I got asked this time. This was really dope. There was a couple that I didn't read, but I read most of them. Dope questions. Thank you guys all for taking the time to leave these questions. Now I guess it's time for me to pick who gets the shirt then. Alright, so with some careful consideration, I now have my favorite question picked out. So this was hard to do, and I'm not only basing this off the question. I mean, if it's someone who's consistently supporting me and asking me dope questions, Savage Oskar, I gotta keep it fair. So I'm gonna explain my 3 favorite questions. I picked 3, and I'm gonna send all 3 people a free shirt. The first one was Noah Carroll. He said, "What numbers do you mean by Catch-22 and 93 Scar?" I just think that's dope because I actually never really get to explain my song titles. Like, there's often times where I have something catchy in a song title. So I was pumped that Noah asked that. And Noah's always holding me down one way or the other. So thank you to Noah. Then we got Earth's Perfect Photos, always holding me down. Once again, a constant supporter. But his question really hit me and allowed me to explain where I'm at right now with my career and how I'm feeling with the music. And how you guys as the followers and supporters have benefited me as a human and as an artist and as a business, you know? So thank you guys. I will be sending both of you guys shirts. Then, last but not least, once again, shout out to the homie Savage Oskar. Said, who is the first person to inspire you to do music and make you think that you can make it? And I've always wanted to kind of express how my mom has impacted how successful I've been with my music and how my confidence level has always been there. My mom deserved that shout out. So shout out to Savage Oskar for always holding me down. So Savage Oskar, Noah Carroll, and Earth's Perfect Photos. All 3 of you guys reach out to me, one or the other. Say, "What's up, bro? It's so-and-so." Get me your address as soon as possible, and I'm going to send those shirts out and let you know what I have in your size. Thank you guys so much for the love. I'm going to have more of these. Don't get discouraged if you didn't do this. So many dope questions, so much love. I'm beyond grateful for the support. This was vlog number 12. I know it was a little long, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to this point, you're going to have to let me know. It's all love.
It's like that, so I turned it into this. I hope that all that love never turned into a diss. I hope you use your head before you coming at the prince. Bel Air down the road, but my name was never Smith.